What's up, guys? I'm back. First update since my last video. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch that. This one probably won't make much sense without it, but if you have, yeah, I just want to give my update. It's been just about a month now, so see where I'm at. I am seriously doing a lot better, which is great. I mean, I don't feel depressed. I rarely have any suicidal thoughts, so it's a huge improvement. The anxiety is calmed down very much. I do still feel like my brain is deteriorating on me. I mean, when I think back to stuff that occurred yesterday, it's like it feels so long ago. Just today there was a situation. I remembered in the shower. I was like a couple days ago when I was taking a shower. I told myself I needed to do something. I don't remember what it was now. But I said there was something that I said tomorrow I need to do, but I must have forgot to do it that day. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, that was yesterday. I don't know if anybody can relate to something like that. I mean, it seems that seems too unusual to me. Nothing like that would ever happen to me in my life. If I thought I'm going to do something tomorrow and I made a note of it, which I did, it was so easy for me to remember that. And today I can't remember what it was. I didn't remember to do it. And when I remembered thinking about it, I thought it was multiple days ago, even though it was yesterday. And it feels incredibly far away. I feel so removed from it. So I don't, it just, to me, it very much feels like my mind is slipping. I have more evidence than that. I don't want to pile too much information in this video. I don't think it's super relevant, but there's other things, of course. I was trying to play Rocket League last night, and it's obviously not uncommon to get a headache after you game for a while, but I had a terrible headache all day. Maybe terrible is a bit of an exaggeration, but I'd be able to play for hours and hours back in the day, and after just 2 hours last night, I get this bad headache, and by the end of the session, my fingers were like physically shaking. And my brain just, it felt so drained. I don't know, maybe that seems like nothing, but to me, I just don't think going from where I was at, it doesn't make sense to me. So the question a lot of people probably wonder, do I still believe I have CTE? I'm on the fence about it. I certainly am not nearly as confident as I once was, which is good. Doctors have told me, like, there's no way this is CTE. It doesn't make any sense, and the logical part of my brain certainly agrees. Like, if you look at the research, people that have this, like I said in the last video, they have decades or at least years and years of repetitive injuries to their head, where I have 2 or 3 years of a couple notable injuries. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent evidence against, for sure, and I'm happy to have that. But on the other hand, they tell me, oh, you can't have that, but then, okay, so how do I feel better? And then they tell me nothing. They don't have an answer to that. So I don't know, I something is going on here. It feels very sinister, very tough to overcome. And nobody's really given me any meaningful piece of advice to get back to where I want to be. But, you know, despite all that, I'm still, like I said, I feel a lot better, and I can, you know, I can live a pretty normal life right now for the most part, and I wish I felt a little more normal, but, you know, I'm doing my best to, like I said, keep a smile on my face, keep trying to push through, and what I would love to do right now is get involved with the research of this stuff. I mean, what I have come to realize for sure is truly no one understands the brain. Nobody has any idea what it's actually doing. Like we know bits and pieces about it, but actually understanding how it works, it's a complete mystery. I mean, this is something I knew before all this, but now I feel I acutely know it based on my experience, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I would love to help out in some way. I don't really know where to begin, but I've been reaching out to some people, trying to see if I can get involved in this world at least a little bit. And I'll continue to try to until an opportunity opens up, I think. And it's this immense lack of knowledge we have that it kind of, maybe what I have isn't CT, you know, it kind of brings me to this result that maybe it's just something that is extremely rare, and because we don't understand the brain at all, we can't really diagnose it. We can't make any assertions about it. Which kind of idea my sister told me at the very start. Maybe it's just something that isn't known about, and I feel like that's certainly a possibility too. But if that's the case, I mean, then I just have no information to go on, and it does feel like there's a progressive track here, based on what I've experienced. So it makes it a little scary, but you know, maybe that's better. I don't know. Either way, like I said, I'm doing really good, and I feel good. Well, good enough, I guess. So you know, that's the best I can do, and hopefully I can keep updating the situation, like I said, as we go on. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you again. Peace.